welcome to our platform on BEA Media. The followers and our friends would like to know who is our guest today. So kindly, can you introduce yourself?
Hello viewers, my name is Cynthia Maita. I'm a youth of St. Mary's Catholic Church here in Ongata, Rongai, and I'm also a journalist.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Yes, you are come once for the interview, and you have not mentioned that you are also a presenter of BEA Media, but it is good. Last time we have an interview with some friends of the parish, and the theme was the joy of being youth in the church. And they have shared with us their joy of being a youth in the church, and also some challenges. But in all, they said the church is the place where they should be. Now, when I come to you, you are also youth in the church, the same church, and I would like also to hear from you what's the advantage of being youth in the church, of coming to church as a youth, or found in the church a place to.
There are so many advantages of being in the church as a youth. Specifically, I'm talking on behalf of the youth, because when you are in the church, there's a difference between when you're in the church and outside there. When you're in the church, you'll have a constant reminder of where to go when you have a problem. And you are assured of nice advice or nice, sober advice where you go, where from the team that you have in church. Because when you're outside there, anyone can advise you anything. But when you're in the church, you'll get sober advice from the youth you're interacting with, from the person who is in charge, and also you can always, there's a constant reminder of going to God. And to God, that's where you get all the answers. There's always an answer to your problems. So at least when you're in the church, you'll know you're in the right direction. You'll just go for decision making, you'll go to God and you'll get an answer. For anything about anything, where you are assured of a sober advice, it's in the church.
Thank you very much. Yes, for any decision you want, you come to church, you pray, God directs you on what you are supposed or you should do for the good of course, of you and the person who are with you. Personally, I mean you, can you tell us again what you can tell a friend? It's a word you can tell a friend to encourage him, apart from the way you have explained it, to encourage a friend to join a group of the youth in the church.
If you are not in the youth or in a group that encourages you, you should be in the youth. You should be in a group that encourages you, especially in your local church. Join the youth group, and that's where you get the encouragement. When in your free time, you get to interact with people. You understand that even in your problems, you're not alone. You have a support group. It's like a support group. That's where you get answers. That's where you get to enjoy yourself in the right way. In the right way, because you won't, when you enjoy yourself or you interact with the right group, you get to know the direction you're going. You got a clear direction. Unlike when you're outside there, because everyone is just going, you don't know where you're going. But when you're in the youth group, you know all of you have one goal, that is heaven. So you have a clear direction of what you would expect from them.
Okay, thank you. Let us assume, for example, you have a friend who is telling you that the church is bored. It's boring for him to go to church, and she or he does not find the words to go to church. What can you tell to that friend?
I don't think it's boring, because even outside there are so many other boring things. You see, it's how you make it. Actually, when you're in the youth group, you have so many activities, because these are youths. They're the people who want same activities as you. You have the same energy as you. So you plan activities that will make you feel, all of you feel entertained, and there is nothing boring about that, because you're the one who chooses the activities. You go to children's home, you make it interesting. It's how you make it. Even outside there, it can get boring. It's how you make it. Outside there, you plan for a bash. It's you who is planning. It's you who is planning, I must enjoy myself. That's when you choose to come to the youth and make it entertaining for you. Making an enjoyment out of something that is good, like choosing Jesus, choosing entertainment and enjoying in Jesus. It's choosing the right way, because it's you who choose happiness. You're the one who chooses to be happy in this group. You choose to be happy outside there. So it's your choice to make to be entertained in the church and or to be entertained outside. And every choice you make, it has a consequence. Yes.
Okay. Every choice you make, it has a consequence.
Yes.
That is well placed.
Yeah.
To finish, I want to ask you, of course you are youth, a Christian, and I believe that you have a prayer, a spiritual, you have a prayer moment.
Yeah.
During, okay, what can you tell a friend also about a prayer, or how prayer helps you in your life as a youth?
Thing I've realized about prayer, most of the time before we used to pray thinking prayer, we pray to change the mind of God. But prayer, when you pray, prayer changes you, not God. When you pray, you get to hear God, you get to hear His voice, and that's what changes your heart, and you align yourself with God, and that's how change comes. But yeah, I think prayer is mostly, what I could tell about people is that you pray, prayer will change you, or it's just a way of communicating with God. So when you pray, you just have an answer, because that's how God is listening. You'll get answers if you're listening to Him. And that's a way of communicating with God. You'll obviously either get an answer or a silence, and everything. If God is silent about it, He's working. He's working on it. There is hope in God. There's always an answer. This is the only place where the only person who can ever change, or one thing that can never change, is God. Science can change, anything else can change, but in God, nothing will ever change. He'll either give you an answer, no, yes, or silent. But sometimes that prayer can change you and give you some patience, or yeah.
I like that input, that point, that for you, you have said that prayer can change you, can make you, change you in a way of understanding the will of God.
Yes.
Let's assume a youth who is praying that to get immediately a Range Rover, or to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
In prayer, God will tell to talk to you that to be a patient.
Be patient.
Or I will do it for you. Or He will give you that spirit of being patient.
Patient, yeah.
To cool you down.
Yeah.
And to expect Him.
Yeah.
It's there the change comes.
Yeah.
And that's the word of prayer.
Yeah.
So it's not usually to force the hand of God to do what we want, but the answer also can be in this way, where God is making you to be patient and know what is His will upon your life.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Cynthia, for this moment.
Yes.
Thank you for the sharing, and for our followers also. We invite them to subscribe exactly, and stay tuned to our channel. And whoever feels like can join us and share with us their joys and their expectation also.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Thank you.